guys, so here I am on the couch with my extra layer on. So I was able to get up this morning and get most of what I intended to do done. It's 4 o'clock now, just about 4 o'clock now, almost. And I just took a little cat nap because that's what happens. I got super tired, super fatigued. And the problem with taking naps is I don't want to get up after and do anything else. And 4 o'clock is, I call it, my sort of bewitching hour. That's when I start to go downhill with the pain and the fatigue and anyway, be sure to go over and check out my other channel, because there'll be a video of the things I accomplished today, which is a lot for me. I made I made lentil burgers, and that's the thing, is I have to get up because I made the burger mix, but I didn't make the burgers yet, which that's the easy part. Just make them into patties and put them on a baking tray and bake them in the oven. I did have to scrap one of my recipes I wanted to do today. I was gonna make cookies. I don't think I'm gonna get there. Maybe, I don't know, but I doubt it. So I wanted to make rice syrup, lentil burgers, salmon patties, and cookies. I got 3 out of 4, which is not bad. But I'm not done, so yeah, we'll see if I get to. I have to finish the lentil patties first and then clean up, because you have to clean. I have to clean up, so I try to clean up as I go, so that the messes don't get too overwhelming. I have to do that because I can't stand too long doing dishes, so really had to discipline myself to, as soon as I'm done making something, clean up that mess, because it's a lot smaller and less standing if I get a smaller mess cleaned up quicker. But then that kind of adds up over time to exhaustion and fatigue. So that's where I am now, and I feel tired enough I could go to bed right now, but then I'd be up at like 2 in the morning not sleeping. So gotta push myself to get up and get something done, just to get the lentil burgers baked up. And I also need to wrap up and freeze the extra salmon patties. I got those done, and I'm waiting on the rice syrup that I'm working on, because it had to cook the rice twice, and the second time is the 6-hour staying warm. So I'm using my new Instant Pot, and I made it in the Instant Pot. You can do rice, so I did the regular rice cooking in the Instant Pot, but then it calls for a second round of cooking for 6 hours. So I'm waiting. There's another hour and a half left on that, so I'm waiting for that to see if I'm going to be able to do. I also want to finish that. And as I'm saying, if I'm going to be able, I'm going to have to, because the rice is in there, and that I have to put the malted barley in there as soon as it's done and cook it the rest of the way. So I think, as I'm saying this, I can see that I'm not going to make it to cookies. I'm going to push myself to make it through finishing the lentil burgers and finishing the rice syrup, and then that's going to be it for today. I hope that I sleep really well tonight. So anyway, I wanted to jump on here and give you an update that I made it through most of my goals that I wanted for today, which is good. That's really good. That's the challenge, and it's good. And I'm just rambling because I'm so tired. So I'll give you a glimpse of the things that I've made, and then we'll end this video. And if you want to know more about everything I made, hop on over to Pawsom Fun and Frugal, where I show the details of what I did. I just wanted to share with you how wiped out I get, for those of you who can relate, like pushing yourself to do extra. I also wanted to take care of some things outside in the shed today, and I'm not going to get to it. It's not going to happen. There's things I want to get out of the shed, some things I need to put in the shed. I do that thing a couple times a week, and that's not going to happen either. So that's actually 3 out of the 5 things I wanted to accomplish today. So the life of challenging myself to get what I can done without overdoing it, that's the challenge. Okay, guys, so I am back in the kitchen. I took a little cat nap, and I think I slept too long. That thing, if you take too long of a nap, you don't want to wake up. I was warm and cozy and relaxed. But I have to finish the lentil burgers, and I'm still waiting on the rice syrup process. So let's get on these lentil burgers, get them out of the way. And you can see I actually was able to drop a layer for a while I was cooking, because it got warm in here, but now I've had to put it back on because it's cold again. It's only 43 degrees here in Eugene. And actually the sun just came out, so that's nice. That'll help for a few minutes anyway. Okay, let's get rid of the pan, which I need to move out of the way. Okay. Give us a nice clean surface. Okay. Here we go. I think that'll be good. Always takes me a couple of them to decide what size I want them to be. trying to oil the spoon, but that doesn't seem to work too well. So I'm going to try oiling my hands. I'm trying to reduce the amount of oil that I use. So I didn't put oil in the burgers, but I'll have to put it on my hands. Because that helps not stick to my hands. See if I can put two more on here in between. Yeah, I think they're gonna run into each other. Let's see. There, got a couple smaller ones in there. Okay. All right, now we need to start heating up the oven. 450. I gotta get the rest of my stored pans out of there. Okay, let that heat up while we finish the other pan. Okay, this is just one big mess I'm gonna put right in the sink. Yes, I know I have to push them down, but I thought of another way to do that without my hands. I got a spoon and oiled the back of it, so I'm going to use that to press them down. I think I just made 14 lentil burgers. Lentil veggie burgers, 14. I wasn't expecting to make 14, that's for sure. That's done. Okay, now we just wait for the oven and pop them in the oven. I'll leave these right here. And they will be going into the oven. Yep. 14 lentil veggie burgers. So I'm going to be having veggie burgers stocked up in the freezer for quite a while now. I won't have to do this again for a while. And I won't have to buy veggie burgers. Okay, here they go in the oven. We set the timer for 25 minutes. We're gonna set the timer. Oops. Oops, I accidentally. And there they are. We'll see how those cook up. Okay, my timer stopped. Turning off the oven. Oh, and they smell delicious. Now, they are done. Where's my pot holder? Ah. There are these lentil burgers. This tray is a little softer. I think I'll leave them in there with the heat turned off and let them get a little bit more firmed up. But we don't need the heat on anymore, so we'll use what's in the oven. So we're gonna let those finish cooking and cool on their own. Okay, I'm back, and it's been 6 hours. I have a cheesecloth here, and I'm supposed to just strain it into here. This is when I wish I had a little more space. Hi everyone. So I went ahead and let you see that part of the end of the video because I wanted to be real with you and show you that sometimes the best intentions don't work out. That rice syrup did not turn into rice syrup, and I kept straining that and did all that work before even tasting the liquid to find out it wasn't even sweet. It was barely sweet, and it was not syrup at all. It was watery, and I thought maybe there's something else I was gonna do after. So I rechecked the recipe. I must have done something wrong, messed it up somehow. Well, everything else I made was a success. The salmon burgers and the lentil burgers were great. And stay tuned to see what else I make. Like I said, I'm just learning how to use that Instant Pot, so that's my first big fail in the Instant Pot. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for some more.